Use your energy to elect people in the midterms who will respect our existence.
Chicago had an estimated 250,000 people that came out to support women's rights the day after President Trump's inauguration. Many of these people were marching in support of the woman's right to choose. Planned Parenthood is the largest women's healthcare provider and provider of sex education in America. 1 out of 5 women in the U.S. have visited a Planned Parenthood, and 2.5 million women and men in America visit annually. Real Shy Youth talked to Felicia Tolliver, who first used Planned Parenthood in her early 20s when she moved to Indiana.
The experiences that I have with Planned Parenthood are good. I would recommend Planned Parenthood to people who need birth control or pap smears, that are pregnant, for prenatal care.
We attended an event at the University of Chicago led by Cecile Richards, the CEO of Planned Parenthood. The event was attended by many supporters and protesters. Around the country, people on Medicaid go to Planned Parenthood for their health services. There has been recent news that Texas has proposed to cut funding for Planned Parenthood by blocking the money it receives from Medicaid, which it cannot legally do.
Patients on Medicaid, so they're by definition low income.
Right.
That's going to be the problem, is they're going to basically block folks on Medicaid from coming to us for health care.
So what would be the effect on communities if Planned Parenthood was defunded? We talked to John, who is a pro-life activist, and wanted to get his thoughts on how Planned Parenthood affects the community.
We would say that Planned Parenthood's primary effect on low-income communities and the nation as a whole, but I think particularly low-income communities, is obviously a very negative one, because we know that economically disadvantaged women disproportionately have a higher number of abortions. So first and foremost, that's what we would say, is that the impact on low-income communities is a negative one, because so many low-income children are killed before they're ever born, many of them by Planned Parenthood centers.
It would be a lot of people with more STDs, a lot of babies with birth defects because of STDs, and a lot of people with problems from not getting pap smears and things like that.
There are 16 Planned Parenthoods in Illinois, and 7 of those are located in Chicago. They are in Englewood, Austin, The Loop, Near North, Rogers Park, Roseland, and Wicker Park. According to a 2014 report by Planned Parenthood, most services are for testing and treatment of STDs, while only 3% are abortion services.
If it's doing the abortion, I am not going to fund it. Now, they say it's 3% and it's 4%. Some people say it's 60%. I don't believe it's 60%, by the way, but I think it's probably a much lower number. But Planned Parenthood does some very good work, but I would defund as long as they're doing abortions.
Now that he's in, we're hopeful that he will honor his promises to sign a bill defunding Planned Parenthood if a bill is sent to him.
Many people think that defunding Planned Parenthood could be a gateway to making abortion illegal and is a violation of women's rights, while others don't.
Women who have carried children know that when what's growing inside them, it's growing because it's alive, So from that standpoint, it all comes back to that question. And I would say, if the unborn aren't human, that argument is totally valid.
I think that it would be a violation of women's rights because they wouldn't be able to get the care that they need, for their bodies, as far as, not getting pregnant and having kids.
The Huffington Post reported that before he left office, Obama proposed a new rule that would prevent states from defunding Planned Parenthood. But there is still a lot to discuss, with President Trump and a Republican majority Congress determined to closing the facility. There is still an uncertainty about what future lies for Planned Parenthood and women's health in general, but there is no doubt that there are many ways to get involved.